Welcome to Unlock the Hidden Secrets of the Family Soul, a breakthrough for coaches and healers. Today, we're going to tap into the lesson of universal wisdom, which means tapping into the timeless intelligence that guides all systems. What if the answers you've been searching for are already present, waiting for you to notice them? What if wisdom isn't something you acquire, but something you tune into? Let me repeat this. What if wisdom isn't something you acquire, but something you tune into? Beyond our personal experiences and family dynamics lies a vast intelligent field, which I call universal wisdom. This wisdom has no boundaries. It moves through families, societies, nature, and all living systems. It is timeless, guiding the natural flow of life. And as a coach and healer, learning to access this deeper intelligence can transform the way you work. It allows you to move beyond personal interpretation and into the flow of truth, where healing happens effortlessly. In this lesson, you will discover how to connect with universal wisdom, interpret its signals, and apply it to your practice with confidence. Let's look at the nature of universal wisdom. Universal wisdom is not something we create. It already exists. It's always existed and will always exist. It is the intelligence that keeps nature in balance, allows ecosystems to thrive, and guides human experiences in ways we often don't understand. This is profound, so I'm going to repeat it. Universal wisdom is not something we create. It already exists. It is the intelligence that keeps nature in balance, allows ecosystems to thrive, and guides human experiences in ways we don't often understand. And this is it. We, as humans, don't understand it, which is why we struggle so much with different experiences in life. But how does this wisdom operate? It moves beyond personal opinions. Unlike personal knowledge, which is shaped by individual experiences, universal wisdom is impartial and expansive. It functions across all systems, not just within families, but also in organizations, communities, and the natural world. It is not intuition alone. While intuition is a valuable tool, universal wisdom is not just a gut feeling. It is a field of intelligence that reveals itself when we learn to listen. When we shift from trying to figure things out to allowing universal wisdom to emerge, we step into a space of clarity, flow, and deep insight. Let's talk about the nature of universal wisdom. Universal wisdom is not something we create. It already exists. It is the intelligence that keeps nature in balance, allows ecosystems to thrive, and guides human experiences in ways we don't always understand. But what exactly does that mean for coaches, healers, and anyone seeking to work with the deeper forces in life? Let's explore why universal wisdom matters, how we can connect with it, what it reveals, and what changes when we truly embrace it. Why does it matter? Why does universal wisdom matter? Without universal wisdom, we see life through a narrow sense. Without universal wisdom, we see life through a narrow lens of personal experiences and belief, which can be limiting and misleading. Don't we know about all that? For example, imagine two people witnessing the same event, a sudden job loss. One person sees this as a catastrophe, believing they are being punished or that life is unfair. Another person senses a larger movement at play, recognizing that endings often lead to new beginnings they couldn't have planned for. Same situation and a completely different outlook. So what makes the difference? Perspective. Universal wisdom helps us to step back and see life's events not as isolated incidents, but as interconnected movements within a larger system. And what does that do for us? It frees us from judgment, allowing us to see events as part of a greater unfolding. It helps us navigating uncertainty, trusting that even challenges serve a deeper purpose. And it aligns with flow, where solutions and insights arise naturally rather than through struggle. When we operate from personal experience alone, we often react to life. When we operate from universal wisdom, we respond with clarity, alignment, and trust. How does universal wisdom operate? To understand universal wisdom, we must recognize that it functions beyond the limitations of an individual perception. Let's explore three fundamental aspects of how it operates. It moves beyond personal opinions. Our personal knowledge is shaped by what we have seen, learned, and experienced directly. But universal wisdom does not belong to one person. It's collective, impartial, and expansive. Let's look at an example. A coach working with a client may feel tempted to give advice based on their own past experiences. However, the systemic field may reveal something entirely different. Perhaps an ancestral pattern or an unseen loyalty influencing the client's struggle. By letting go of personal bias, the coach can allow a deeper truth to emerge, one that serves the client beyond their own limited perspective. It functions across all systems. Universal wisdom is not confined to families. It flows through societies, organizations, and nature itself. Let's look at this example. A forest does not decide how to grow. Each tree, insect, and microorganism participates in an intricate system of balance and renewal. In the same way, families, teams, and communities operate within hidden systemic forces that shape their dynamics. A healer working with a client's chronic fatigue might discover that the exhaustion is not purely physical. It may be systemic. and it may be a systemic response to an unresolved ancestral burden or a collective imbalance. It's not intuition alone. While intuition is valuable, it is often colored by personal emotions and experiences. Universal wisdom, however, arises from a natural field of intelligence that requires stillness and openness to access. Let's look at this example. A business leader making a tough decision might feel torn between intuition, which could be fear-based, and a deeper knowing that emerges in moments of stillness. When we trust the systemic intelligence beyond our immediate emotions, we make choices that serve not just ourselves, but the greater whole. What does universal wisdom reveal? When we tap into the universal wisdom, we begin to see patterns, connections, and truths that were previously hidden. And here is what shifts. We recognize repeating cycles. And I always say, what is revealed is healed. So by recognizing repeating cycles, cycles are revealed. And if the same problem keeps arising in different forms, we stop blaming external circumstances and start seeing the deeper systemic cause. We learn from nature's intelligence. Instead of forcing change, we trust that healing and transformation happen in the right timing and when the conditions are aligned. And that means we move beyond problem solving. So instead of fixing issues, we allow the systemic field to reveal the deeper movement towards resolution. Let's look at this example. A coach working with an overworked executive may initially focus on stress management techniques, but by tapping into the universal wisdom, they may see that the real issue is an inherited belief that rest equals failure, passed down through generations. So the solution, not just stress relief, but honoring a systemic truth that success and well-being can coexist. What if we trusted universal wisdom? What would change if we stopped struggling for answers and instead allowed universal wisdom to guide us? What if healing didn't require effort, but simply the right conditions? What if struggles we resist are actually invitations to shift into alignment? And what if wisdom isn't something we acquire, but something we remember? Imagine making decisions without fear. Imagine guiding clients without needing to know all the answers up front. Imagine trusting that every event, no matter how difficult, holds meaning and purpose. When we align with universal wisdom, life flows. Let's do a final reflection. Universal wisdom is always present. It is not something we create, but something we tune into. As coaches and healers, our greatest gift is not to fix or solve, but to trust, listen, and allow the deeper movement of life to guide the way. Are you ready to step beyond personal perception and into the greater intelligence of the systemic field? So join us on our next lesson, connecting with the wisdom field, tuning into universal wisdom. Let's explore the unseen together.